Okay, so this is my tutorial from yesterday's class. So apparently I moved a little too quickly yesterday, and I'm sorry for that, but sometimes I forget that you guys don't have the pictures at home and you're drawing them and you're writing things down. So, at any point, if you ever need one of these little videos to help you, just let me know. So example 5 is where we started off yesterday, was using properties of proportions in the diagram. They tell us that MN and RS create a ratio, and they are proportional to NP over ST. So these are proportional segments. Our goal is to solve for X. Okay, so the way that we're going to do this is we're going to just fill in the blanks. So I have here that, So I have here that MN is equal to 8, which is this segment here. This segment here is MN, and it is 8. And that's going to be over RS, which is this segment here. So you can see those are the corresponding parts for the similar figures. So that's going to be over 10. Now that's going to be equal to this ratio, NP over ST, where NP represents the 4, and the ST represents the missing side link that we're looking for, which is X. All right, so now we've used the geometry part, we've set up using the triangles, we've set up the problem. Now what we're going to do is just cross multiply in order to solve. So we've been practicing cross multiplication for a couple days now. We're going to multiply 8 times x to get 8x. Remember, the equal sign is like a brick wall. It stays right where it is, and it's not going to move. And then 10 times 4 is 40. To solve for x, I'm going to divide both sides by 8, and then x would equal 40 divided by 8, which is 5. There you go. So that was example 5 that we did together. The next example we did has using proportions with geometric figures. So here they're just setting up a different ratio. And we talked about in class that when they give us like an entire length like this is X, and we need to find the smaller length, we're going to subtract the whole minus the part that they give us. And we did talk about that in class. So let's see here. We have BD. I don't know what BD is, over DA. So I'm doing BD, which is this segment here. Well, like I said, we don't know that, so it's going to be the whole, which is X, minus the part, which is 3, over DA. So DA is this smaller segment here, which is 3. And that's going to be equal to, they have BE, which is this segment here, 18, over EC, which is this segment here, which is 6. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross multiply. I'm going to multiply 6 times x minus 3. And remember that when I do that, I'm going to leave the 6 on the outside because it's going to remind me to distribute. And then I'm going to do 3 times 18, which is going to be 54. I'm going to distribute the 6 into the problem to get 6x minus 20, minus 18. Minus 18 equals 54. I'm going to add 18 to 54 to get 6x equals, why can't I do this, 72. And then divide both sides by 6. X is equal to 12. Right. So I think the tricky part here for this problem is the subtraction, like setting that up. And I think somebody asked in class, like, how do you know when to subtract and when not? So it's usually when they give us this whole and we want like a smaller piece, or vice versa. Sometimes they give us the smaller piece and we need to find the whole. So it's usually one of those situations. Here are the you try it. So I will go over these ones as well. So you guys had to do these ones on your own in class, and then we went over them. So I'm setting up CB, which is 6, over AB, BA, which they don't actually give me a value, and it's because we need to actually find that. So I'm going to call that one X, and that equals DE, which is here, which is 4, over EF, which is 7. So I'm just kind of filling in the blanks with the proportion that they're giving me. Now that I've done that, I can cross multiply. 6 times 7 is 42. 4 times X equals 4X. And then I would move my, divide both sides by 4. I believe X was equal to 10.5. Okay. In the second example, again, I'm just kind of filling in the blanks to the proportion. They tell me to find ZV, so that's going to be where our variable is. So ZV is this segment here. So I'm going to call that X. So I have XW, which is 12, over XV. So they don't give me XV. They just want me to assume to add 12 and 5 together to get 17. So it's 12 over 17 is equal to YW. So YW is 24 over the whole segment on the bottom, which is ZV, which is X. Okay, now that I've set up the proportion, I'm going to cross multiply. I'm going to do 12 times X, which is 12X. And then 24 times 17, I don't know off the top of my head, I don't want to spend time calculating it. So 24 times 17 is 408. I'm now going to divide both sides by 12 in order to solve for X. And X is equal to, I believe, 30, question mark, I believe it's 34, but let me just double check. It is, X equals 34. And there you go. Okay, so that's basically what we did yesterday. And then at the end of class, we did this scale drawing. And I threw in an extra example as well. But that's it. So hopefully that helps, and it'll help with your homework this week as well. Good luck.